Today on Eagle Nation News, KC Boston gets to know the Prosper School Resource Officers and just how much they contribute to the school.
Madison Wells will be in studio with more information on Red Ribbon Week and all the dress-up days that come with it.
Eagle Nation News starts right now. Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Tuesday, October 30th. I'm Cameron Silva.
I'm McKinley Bounds.
And I'm Tyler Winden.
Now, we do start today's show off with some tragic news, McKinley.
Thank you, Cameron. So yesterday, an Indonesian plane crashed in the sea just after they took off, injuring 186 people. Because of this, Indonesia ordered that all airplanes from Bull will be inspected.
Thank you, McKinley. Now, Prosper is definitely far away from any beach. So what's the next best thing? A man-made lagoon. In Windsong Ranch, the lagoon will open by next May and be ready for the public within the summer.
Thank you, Tyler. After this commercial break, we will take a look at Prosper Police Forces with KC Boston.
Today is Hollywood Day, and I'm here with Chloe Selvey. Chloe, can you tell me a little about your outfit?
I'm Audrey Hepburn from Breakfast at Tiffany's because I thought that was iconic Hollywood.
How did you come up with your outfit?
I Googled what Hollywood outfits look like, and that's kind of the only thing that came up.
Well, if you didn't already know, tomorrow is Halloween, so make sure you wear your costumes. You have to stay in dress code and no masks allowed. I'm Brenna Gibbons, back to you guys in the studio.
Most PHS students have seen the Prosper Police standing guard in the halls at some point or another. But what goes on behind the scenes? Now we send it over to KC Boston, who took a deeper look into this.
From patrolling the halls to regulating traffic after school hours, our Prosper police officers stationed at the high school seemingly serve as silent protectors to the student body. As their deeds often go unnoticed, Officer Reeves, Officer Terry, and Officer Antomarchi continue to selflessly keep Prosper High a safe environment.
What inspired you to become an officer?
You know, just the opportunity to protect people, to serve. It's an exciting career. You never know what's going to happen in your day.
You mentioned that you had a roommate that got you into it. Could you explain that a little bit more?
I did. He's a couple years older, and I had really never talked to a police officer at 20 years old. And we became roommates, and hearing his stories of all the excitement and how much fun it was and the opportunity to build a really successful, fun career kind of got me hooked.
Although Officer Reeves has seen the transition and growth of the Prosper Police Department over the years, a new face has been brought onto the team this year as well.
What is the previous work that you've had in the law enforcement field?
I got my start in Chicago. I worked for the sheriff department up there for a year and a half. Worked inside Cook County Jail, one of the largest jails in the state of Illinois. So prior to that, came here to Texas, worked for Allen my last 3.5 years, my first year in Prosper, and I love it.
What is the main job of officers here at the high school?
Our main job basically is to keep you guys safe, the students safe, the teachers, the staff, the faculty, building reports with the students, showing you guys that we're real people, and just bringing down that perception of police and letting you guys know we're real people, we're here to help.
Last year, the Prosper Police Department had a big adjustment to make, especially after losing one of their own, Officer Turner.
Could you explain how the police department has had to transition with the loss of Officer Turner?
You know, it really brought us together as a family. I mean, I've never even experienced anything like that. And the men and women of our department, the love and support they showed towards Patrick and his family, as well as the district and the students. I mean, as the funeral procession went by the high school, there was hundreds and hundreds of students standing outside.
Another officer that was deeply affected by this was Canine Officer Kaz.
One of the things that we had to do to kind of build a relationship of trust is feeding him by hand for like the first 3 months that I had him, that he had a new family that was going to love on him and treat him the way he should be treated. So although it was a tough process, it's worked out really nicely. Kaz is our primary dog. He's the one that you'll see 90% of the time. But I also have an explosive detection dog.
So what's your other canine's name and how long have you been working with him?
So I actually have two. So from my other one from my other agency, her name is...
three?
I have three in total. Wow. Yeah, so the one that I was working at my other agency, her name is Layla. Not only will she find narcotics, but she'll help apprehend suspects, or bad guys, if you will. And Verdi is the other dog, and he's my bomb dog. Yeah. And we've done some pretty amazing things, and we've responded to some pretty serious events here in Texas.
So could you explain the process that Kaz had to do when he was adjusting to you?
First thing is just developing a relationship with trust. My canine Layla had a great influence on him. He would see us work, and he would want to mimic that relationship that we had. Yeah. So she was a crucial part of inviting him into his new pack, into his new family. So yeah, super lucky to have her in that aspect.
Prosper ISD, as well as Plano, Frisco, and other public Texas schools, include a police force to help remove negative perception of officers and to help grow the connection between them and the students.
We are so happy to be a part of this district. We do a lot of training, and one of the things that we want to open to kind of the public and some students and administrators, teachers, is to come see us train. We train either on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights, and you can be as much part of the training, or you can kind of sit back and watch us do our thing.
You see us in the hallways, you see us passing by, say what's up, say hey. We're here to keep you guys safe, but at the end of the day, we're here to build relationships, hang out with you guys, make friends. If you need anything, let us know.
Okay. So if you see us in the halls, talk to us, crack a joke at us. You know, you may see us shooting hoops at lunch. We've done that. You may see me throwing a lot of air balls. Basketball's not my sport, but you can catch me over at the MPF lifting weights. I've made a lot of relationships over there. So don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with us.
One love, Officer Terry. Yeah. Peace out.
Thank you, Casey. Madison Wells will have more on Red Ribbon Week right after this.
Kim Lewis, lead designer for ABC's Extreme Home Makeover, is coming to PHS on November 5th. Please contact Mr. Jatan to participate in the junior ring ceremony. If you have not yet received your picture proofs or student IDs, please pick them up from Ms. Hamlin. Tomorrow's dress-up day for Red Ribbon Week is Hollywood Day. On Halloween, collect non-perishables rather than candy to be donated to Bethlehem Place.
And now we send it over to Madison Wells with your Eagle Update.
Thank you, McKinley. I'm Madison Wells with your Eagle Update. As many of you may know, it's Red Ribbon Week here at Prosper High School, which means this entire week of school is dedicated to the alcohol, drug, and violence prevention awareness. Many schools participate in this nationwide occasion to help educate students over the dangers and consequences of drugs and alcohol. In order to encourage this message, us students are allowed to the entire week to dress up. Today being Hollywood Day, tomorrow to celebrate Halloween, is Costume Day, Thursday is Nerd Day, and finally Friday is Red Out. Well, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News and check our website eaglenation.net to watch previous episodes. Back to you, McKinley.
Thank you, Madison. And now for today's meeting schedule. ASL Club and Honor Society meets today after school at 4 p.m. in room 2018. Creative Writing Club meets today after school as well from 4 to 5 p.m. in room 1216.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Tyler Winden.
I'm McKinley Bounds.
And I'm Cameron Silva. Live long and prosper.